So for today's video, I decided I want to make like a puff sleeve blouse for the summer since, well, summer's technically over when school's back and I'm already in school. So not really summer, but it's still like summer in terms of temperature here. So I can probably still wear this for like a good month or month and a half. So anyways, I decided I want to make it out of this bed sheet, and it's white with these like blue floral and paisley patterns. And then to do that, I have to make my own pattern from scratch, and I'm going to do that with this brown paper so I can hold on to it if I want to make another one. And this is not really a tutorial, I'm just showing how I did it or any tips I had along the way or what I think of it. I'll have the real tutorial down below that I actually followed. I already drew out everything that I needed, so I'm just gonna follow that. This is all from the video, so you can get it from the video, but I just drew it all down to make it easier for myself, so I'm just going to follow this and cut out the patterns right now. I think the underarm is the most difficult part of making the pattern, but I figured out it should be about 4 inches long and about 2 to 3 or 4 inches wide. So I finished cutting out my patterns, and now I'm going to trace and cut the fabric pieces. A tip for this part is that pinning your pattern pieces to your actual fabric makes it a lot easier, so make sure to make your pattern out of something that you can pin. Well, I finished cutting everything out. Now I'm going to do a little hem at the top of the bodice pieces, so it'll be nice and neat. I finished doing the top seam, and now I'm just gonna do the side seam, except for where the armhole is, so just this straight part. So I'm gonna do a straight stitch down the edge, and then I'm gonna do a zigzag stitch so it doesn't fray at the ends like this. So I finished sewing everything, all the hems and the sides. So now I'm gonna start shirring on the right side of the fabric until I get to like a few inches from the bottom. This was my first time shirring, and I found out that you need to use like the whole case of elastic thread to make this blouse, and you want to wind that elastic thread to your bobbin by hand because your sewing machine can stretch it out and it'll lose its elasticity and it won't have that sheared effect. I finished the bodice part, and it looks like this. It has a lot of shearing in it, and then a kind of like ruffle peplum thing at the bottom. So now I'm going to move on to the sleeves. For the sleeves, you want to do a zigzag stitch across the top and the bottom. After that, I'm going to fold down the top to create a casing for a 1/4 inch elastic, and then doing a zigzag stitch down the sides, and then also folding up the bottom to make a narrow hem. To create that puffy sleeve, I'm taking some elastic and stretching it around the bottom of the sleeve while sewing. And then I'm taking some 1/4 inch elastic and a safety pin to thread it through the casing that we made earlier, and pinning the sleeve to the bodice piece with the right sides together, and then sewing that with a straight stitch, and then also doing a zigzag stitch to make sure the ends don't fray.